This is the chapter number 3b of the Theory of the Transcendent Reality (TTR) regarding the physic of the existence, written by Mauro Bernardini. The law SVP is closely dependent on the standard model of physics, according to which there are only three possible families of particles generating three different types of matter. According to this model, our universe appears to us in the form of visible mass of fermions of the first family, for the TTR theory, as we shall see. The proton is actually a superproton composed of three types of protons, S, V, and P, respectively, formed by the particles of the three families of the Standard Model. The instability of the growing masses of the three families of quarks guarantees the validity of the law SVP, since proton S is much more stable than the proton V, which is much more stable than the proton P, and this confirms the presence in our universe of a greater number of protons S, compared to those much more rare of type 5 and P. As we will see in Chapter 12, starting from the final formula of the TTR theory, the approximate calculation of the mass of a particle of existence of a human being, that is, its unique and personal EPE-Section-Soul, enveloped by billions of particles of existence formed by protons S, in the form of a human body, is roughly corresponding to the mass of a proton. This allows us to get a better detail the particles of existence, as we shall see in later chapters. As shown in the table, the values of the components of each points of Lf, that is, SVPC4, C11, are those average, so even the more probable sections induced by the point of Lf in our 3D space in the form of superprotons, have the same average values of the points of Lf. This happened by ensuring that the possible random variations of S, V, P of the superproton are about equal to the average value, but always such as to preserve the inequality imposed by SVP law, namely, delta S greater than delta V greater than delta P, as it regards the other five particles of existence corresponding to the other five types of superprotons. That is, superprotons S greater than P greater than V, which are the components of the particle of existence of the E6 beings. Superprotons P greater than V greater than S, which are the components of the particle of existence of the human beings. Superprotons P greater than S greater than V, which are the components of the particle of existence of the E5 beings. Superprotons V greater than S greater than P, which are the components of the particle of existence of the vegetal beings. Superprotons V greater than P greater than S, which are the components of the particle of existence of the animal beings. The corresponding values of S, V, and P, due to very rare random sections of these type in our universe, are regulated as expressed in the table, namely, the variations, delta S, delta V, delta P, compared to the average values of the points of Lf, are always congruent with the specificities of inequality SVP of each particle of existence. Now, for the postulates of the TTR theory, according to which everything can only be made up by particles of existence of the six possible categories, SVP, SPV, VSP, VPS, PSV. It must be assumed that the superprotons must also be comprehensive and integrated by the respective leptons, otherwise, those latter particles would have no reason to exist singularly. We can therefore say that a particle of existence is in fact equivalent to a superatom of hydrogen containing all possible fermions. We will call the latter, for the sake of brevity, superhydrogen. As the superproton, also the superhydrogen is formed by three atoms of hydrogen, each consisting of leptons and fermions, particles of the three families, hydrogen S, hydrogen V, hydrogen P. Finally, even the connection particles, the bosons, cannot exist without an actual reference to the particles of existence. The TTR theory, as we have seen, suggests the existence of L-links between points of L that, within the universes, are transformed into sections of inter-L-links or their portions. This complex web of connections among all the points of L also establish a network connection among the internal components of the particles of existence, so we can say that the bosons are nothing but the expressions of interdimensional forms of the L-links into our 3D universe. In summary, to their entry into our 3D space, the actual sections of the points of L are materialized in the form of superhydrogen atoms formed by superprotons of the 6sVp types, together with the sections of the L-links in the form of bosons particles. All these superparticles, each associated with a specific point of L crossing our universe, then bind together and change over time, depending on the physical and chemical laws that we know. Two also form the matter that makes up everything around us, while always maintaining the basic nature of particles of existence.